Hello everybody, Carolyn here. Today I'm doing another sorting new photo cards in my binder video. This one is very fun. There were a lot of packages and things that didn't arrive quite in time for this video, but that's okay, we'll just do them next time. So today is going to be very girl group heavy, which is not the norm for my channel, but like we're not mad about it at all. Most of what I have to put away today is a lot of girl group stuff I've gotten. Like you can see here all of the Twice cards I've gotten recently. And then I also got my IVE albums this week, and I also got a huge stack of Eunbi cards in the past couple weeks, but we do still have some boy group stuff to do today. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I will list all of my supplies on my Amazon store. Unless it's not on Amazon, then it'll be in the description box. And the link to my Amazon store is in my description box down below. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you're interested in anything I use. I still get a lot of comments all the time about like, what do you use? And the only thing that's not linked in there right now is currently my tripod. Just because I'm still testing it out. So far I like it. I just think I just needed a new tripod. I just feel like mine had lived a good life and it was a good time to retire it. And I should have retired it a long time ago. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started putting cards away. I think we're gonna start with TXT today just because I only have one thing to put away. So yeah, we're gonna go kind of in a strange order today because I tend to save like my larger collections for the end. So yeah, but timestamps will be down below if you only want to watch certain parts of the video. I do know I have quite a few new subscribers from my Twice unboxing, so hello, thank you, welcome. I hope you're excited to watch my OT9 collecting journey because I feel like we're gonna make a really good dent in it today, and I'm currently only 3 cards away from completing OT9 for this era, so it's like, it's an exciting time. Okay, so we're gonna start off with TXT first. I just have, if I can reach it, just have one photo card to put away today, and it's one of the lenticulars from Thursday's Child. I mean, I know it's the last lenti I needed. Was it the last card I needed? No, I'm still missing the end version, but you know what? I bought it on IVE, and it's in the IVE package that's coming on Tuesday. So it didn't make it in time for this video, but we are done with Thursday's Child. So get this little sticky note out of here. And then I'm also gonna pull this out just because I'm gonna attach him. I'm gonna take 2 of my photo corners. I don't even know if you can see those. Yeah, 2 of my photo corners and attach them to the lenticular. If you don't know what these are, basically these are really made for scrapbooking. They're not really made for like photo card stuff, but whatever. A lot of stuff people use in their photo card collection aren't necessarily made for photo cards. They're made for like scrapbooking, but these basically allow me to stick these cards. This is so hard to do on camera. I think that's as good as it's gonna get for right now. So I have the other one on the back here, but yeah, this basically just allows me to have like the cards stay in a certain spot, which I really like. I really do like these. I've been using them for a couple weeks now. I talked about them a little more in depth in my last sorting photo card video, which I'll go ahead and link like the playlist if you're just in a mood to watch a lot of sorting PC videos. I've been doing that a lot recently where I just go back and watch people's like old sorting photo card videos. But yeah, so we're done with Thursday's Child for the larger items, which is really exciting. I'm starting to work on like the older, larger cards for Yeonjun again, but it is a pretty low priority for me. But yeah, that's it for TXT today. Next, we're gonna do the ATEEZ and NCT binder. I do have more NCT stuff on the way. It's just not here yet. So sad. I think things got like shipped out a little later, and then also my Korean address took quite a bit of time to give me a shipping quote, which is fine because I don't ever request, I'll like talk about this more in a video, but I don't ever request a specific shipping method. I just like to see like what they give me. Gonna go ahead and do ATEEZ. So I only have one ATEEZ card. I did get a my last like digipack, which was Hongjung's, in the mail recently, and I pulled this Yosang card out of it. I have started doing trades for Hongjung, but nothing has come in yet. So hopefully by next video I will have some Hongjung stuff. I do have all my ATEEZ cards listed for trade though, so like please trade me for Hongjung. But I did pull Yosang for the indie photo cards, and I decided to keep him because I'm gonna collect OT8 for this. I still have an extra Yuno up for trade. My priority member is Hongjung though, so if somebody has Hongjung and wants to trade for Yuno, please let me know. For the indie cards, like not the American cards, do I have a trade for the American card? Oh man, I don't know. I'll have to go check. But anyways, so that's all I had for ATEEZ today. So yeah, still waiting on Hongjung here, and then here I need Hongjung, Seonghwa, and Jongho. But yeah, I've had a couple people asking me to trade for Jongho, but I really would like to trade my extra Yuno for Hongjung. So yeah, please trade me. And then I don't think I'm gonna do OT8 for these, like the Barnes & Noble ones. And then obviously these are like from the signed albums for the Hello 82 cards, and I don't see any need to do OT8 for those. I don't usually do OT8 for ATEEZ anyways. It's just because I ended up with a ton of albums that I was like, it could be fun to do OT8. Like normally I just collect Hongjung. Like normally we just have Hongjung cards. So yeah, that's it. Well, that's but don't look at it. Anyways, that's it for this binder today. Like I said, not a lot going on with NCT and ATEEZ. There is an NCT 127 comeback coming though. And I'm still missing a couple of cards for Jeno. So yeah, hopefully I can get those last couple of like glitch mode cards soon. I guess we'll do Treasure and Eunbi next. I have a lot for Eunbi, but I don't have a lot for Treasure today. So let's start with Treasure, actually, even though Eunbi's first in this binder. We'll go ahead and start with Treasure. How do I keep trading for dupes of the unit cards? This is so annoying. Oh my gosh. I need to finish this though, because Treasure announced a comeback. It's not till October, so like I'm not that stressed about it yet, but it looks like a really... like the album looks super pretty, so I'm really excited about it. But yeah, I have to make some progress on Treasure because how am I still missing so much? I did trade for one of Q's Kino cards recently, so I just need to buy the other one. It's also the more expensive one to buy too, the person was trading me for. So that was really exciting, that I have a trade set up for that. Yeah, we gotta get working on this. I need to find Jihoon's cards. Like, I don't know why I've been struggling with Jihoon so much this era, but yeah, I have the 2 unit cards left. Those cards, yeah, left a couple of jewel case cards for Jihoon and Jongwoo. I am done with Junkyu. I have one of Junkyu's kits. I need the other one. I'll probably just try and buy. And then I need the Kino cards for Jongwoo and Jihoon, and their last 2 jewel case cards. So yeah, but my goal is to have this complete before their comeback, which like it will be like. But yeah, let's go back to Eunbi now. So for Eunbi, let's see. These are special cards. Okay, so there's this person I follow on Instagram who always does a ton of Eunbi group orders, and I never like join them. I don't know why I don't join them. But I never end up joining them, but they always have a ton of extra Eunbi cards. So yeah, I definitely was like waiting for them to post all of their extras from Open. So I do have a bunch of cards from that, but I also have one card that they are from Color, rather, not Open, but I do have an extra card from Color that I also bought from them. So yes, I'm so excited. I don't have it confirmed. I was pretty sure. I looked at my template like 5 times. I was like, I'm fairly certain that I do not have this card. I guess we'll just put it as number 14 for right now. I'm missing 6 cards from this album still, so like help me find them, please. But yeah, so that's it for that. And then did I start? Yeah, Color has numbers though on the back, so let me see here. Yeah, that's it for this page. I definitely think this was an easier era to collect, but I still think it was like collecting soloists. I don't know why it's so much harder to find album cards. Like I feel like finding POBs isn't necessarily a problem, but yeah. So there's page 1 through 7. And then on this page, this number is, oh. Why is this set up like this? Because this is number 7. So like 7, and then we can start here. So this is number 9. I think I have number 8 as well. I do. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Normally I wouldn't store these cards like this, but because they already have numbers on the back, like, I'm just gonna store them like this. Oh, what number is this one? 12? What did I do here? No, but really, what happened here that I was like, because isn't this 8, 9, 10? Oh, so I already have 12. Oh, that's sad. It's a duplicate. 12. And the last number here is 16. I have 17, 18, 19, and 20. I feel like I should reorganize this so that the numbers look better, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I don't know. I have to think about it. How did I originally set this up? I feel like I set this up so long ago that I don't really remember what my thought process was for it. Because I guess I could do, well, I'm setting this up as a 222, so I guess I could do like like 2 7 patterns and then do a 6 pattern and take like the last 2 cards off of this page. So there's 1 card I'm missing here. I need to get more hollow white fillers. I'm gonna put a hollow white sleeve here, 1 up here. Oh yeah, I'm really excited with how much progress I made on this today because I've been wanting to for so long. I had thoughts recently of moving Eunbi into an A5 binder, but I just don't know. Cause like she always has 20 cards for like her solo stuff. Like I think I would keep her like IVE stuff in here because a lot of those sets are like 9 cards. But for her solo stuff, she has a lot of like 4 cards, so I was thinking about moving her solo album stuff into an A5, and like maybe some of the special cards and stuff, but I haven't really come to a decision on that yet, so I'm gonna leave it for today. But I recently bought, I posted a it was a TikTok and a reel on it, but I recently bought like one of those blue, it's really far away from me, otherwise I would grab it, but one of those blue like composition notebook binders that have been like everyone's new favorite thing, but I really wanted a blue one. I bought a purple one as well. It's coming in my Paceable package, but yeah, so I bought one of those recently and I was like, I'm not really sure what I wanted to put in here. I just know that I like wanted one of these binders in this color, but I haven't really in my like reel and TikTok I put Espa in there because I was thinking about moving Espa in there, but I don't know if Espa's gonna grow quick enough for that, which is probably a good reason to put them in an A5, but I don't know. Yeah, that's it for this binder today. So we have some good progress. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. We're missing 4 cards. Somebody sell me the last 4 cards for this album, please. I want to finish this album. It came out so long ago, but like 4 cards away. I'm so impressed. And then 6 cards away for open, which finding cards for open are so difficult. So yeah, if you ever see any up for sale, like let me know. I tend to keep a lookout in there, but I feel like everyone is selling the same cards and like I already own them. So yeah, I would really, really like to finish this at some point. And then also like, look how there's like 8 white backs. But there's probably more purple back cards if there's only 8 white backs. That means there's 12 purple backs, but I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm just trying to think of like, I don't know. I'm moving around some things just to like make it exciting, because some of these things have been in the same binders for so long. And so sometimes I think it's fun to like switch things up a little bit. But anyways, that's it for this binder today. We'll go ahead and move on to, I think we're gonna do 17 next. Oh my gosh. This binder, I had it out last night. Also there was a cover page here and I took it out for a TikTok and I don't think I ever put it back, so probably should do that. But this is the BTS 17 binder. I don't have anything for BTS today. I think with my next paycheck, I'm gonna try to work on my Proof collection. I'm not buying the $300 Proof album, before you ask. Like, I'm just not doing it. It's just a lot of money for an album from a non-alt group, in my personal opinion. And like with Monsta X and Wonho doing so much, and like with concerts happening, like I've purchased concert tickets for cheaper than that album. So in my opinion, I don't think it's worth it for my collection. And if you bought it, like, it's fine. Like, if Monsta X released something at that price tag, I also would buy it. like if it was Monsta X and like my alt group releasing something that expensive, like I probably would have purchased it, and I probably would have been like, wow, that's really expensive, but like I probably would have still purchased it if it was like a collector's item thing, you know? So like if you bought it, this is like a no judgment zone. Like like I am the queen of poor financial decisions, so like no judgment if you bought it. I'm just saying that like for a group that's not an alt group, for me personally, it just wasn't something I wanted to buy. But like I also spent a lot of money on a concert ticket to see Monsta X and like other groups. Like I spent a lot of money on a camp ticket recently. And some people might be like, well, that's not worth it for me, like that price. And like, that's fair. But for me, it was worth it. But like, you know, it's all like perspective. So no judgment zone, but that's the update on that. I'm not buying it. Anyways, as Coops, I do have a couple cards for him today. So I have one of his shadow version cards. So we're getting really close to finishing this album. I took a break from Face the Sun while I've been working on the repack. Just cause, I don't know, I probably can find them. It's just hard to find like the cards I need all together in a listing, you know? And we're gonna do that. So I'm missing 2 cards on this page. I'm not missing a lot for Face the Sun. And then I'm missing 2 cards on this page. 2 Pioneer cards and the 1 Control and 1 Shadow card. And that's it for like the photo cards. And for this page, I am missing a Dino and a Joshua, which I just haven't like looked for really at all yet, but I really like this page. I think I'm gonna do more things like this in the future too. I'm just gonna do like if I don't want to collect 95 line, I'm just gonna do like, I don't know, something like this. But let's move on to Sector 17 now. I did join a group order for the Kino cards and also the Weverse version of the album, so I don't have any of that with me today. The group order manager did send everything out, so I'll be getting all that soon. I should have it by the next video, so we can do all that stuff then, but I don't have anything for this page, so I don't know why I stopped here. I'm like really far behind on Joshua, so like please trade me for Joshua cards. However, I do have S. Coops' compact version. This is the New Beginning one. So I do have the last S. Coops, like I do have all of his photo cards now, is what I'm saying, which is really nice. So yeah. So yeah, please help me finish my Joshua and Junghan collections. I feel like a lot of people collect them, like not as their priority member, but like a lot of people collect them. But at least we have all of S. Coops' cards, which is so fun. I'm gonna do a video on the concert because like there was a lot that happened, and I just feel like I need to talk about it in a video, because if I put it into any other video or live stream, it's gonna be like a 45-minute explanation. So like I already filmed the talking clip for it. I just want to get my Monsta X vlog up first, so I think I'm gonna post my Monsta X tour vlog. My goal is Tuesday, And then after that, I'll post the 17 one, not like right away, but because I don't want to do like 2 concert videos back to back. So I'll probably do another video or 2 in between. But I am going to post the concert videos. So I know a lot of people have been like, Carolyn, what happened to you that day? And I've been like, I just need you to wait for the video because, oh my God, it was literally so ridiculous. But anyways, I also have Dino's Target card. So I did finish my Target page, which is really exciting. So I've been loving these sticky notes, by the way. The ones that have like little animals, like, stop it, literally so cute. So yeah, my Target page is done. For those who don't know, I collected my top 4, which is 95, Z, and then Dino, and then I just kept like my leftover pulls because I love everybody in 17. And also we have my bias records from the concert, Dokyum and Hoshi here, and also the cutest human being in the world, Uji. Like when I saw Uji in person, which like I've seen Uji in person before, I was like, why is he actually like the cutest human being? Like I love him so much. Is there anything I have to put here? I don't think so. I did find another, I'm working on trades for this page still. So hopefully I can make some progress on that next time. And then I don't have any more pobs today, though did I purchase some more? I feel like I might have. And then I'm gonna work on sector 17 pobs as well. I've thought about moving some of like this stuff, like not the stuff, but like pobs and like Japanese cards. I've thought about moving that into an A5 just to like clear up a little space here, but I don't know yet. So yeah, do I have a larger thing for 17? I feel like I do. I have a couple larger things for 17, but the only thing I'm gonna put away today, just because I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this section over here, is I do have the US exclusive like fold out card for Dino, and I did find one for Junghan recently as well, which means I'm gonna have all 4 of my bias line, which is so fun. But yeah, so I have Scoops and Joshua already, so I'm gonna put Dino back behind Joshua, and I'll do Junghan behind Scoops because I do everything in bias order for like when I collect my top 4, not necessarily age order, but Scoops, Junghan, and Joshua are all born the same year anyways, so like, yep. But I'm still gonna put like white papers behind here. My paper cutter, I'm actually missing the part that like actually cuts the paper, so I was gonna pick up a new one before I filmed this video today, and I didn't get a chance to. I went to a workout class this morning and I ended up hanging out longer than I expected afterwards with some of my friends, but yeah, we'll work on that. So that's it for 17 today. And this is gonna surprise you, but we're gonna do Monstex and Wonho next because surprisingly I have like nothing for them, which is like, let me show you, it's real weird. Monstex and Wonho are both like on this weird, not weird, they're basically both doing concerts right now, and so it's weird in the sense that like they're not releasing stuff. Like neither has had a comeback in quite some time. Like Monstex is due for a comeback. I just don't think it's gonna happen quite yet. I don't think we'll get a comeback until after camp, to be honest. I don't think they would do that again. But yeah, it's just kind of weird because I'm like in this weird in-between time where I'm like working on other collections and then also like trying to keep up mostly with Wonho. Like Monstex, I'm pretty good. There's a couple things I'm missing for them, but I'm mostly just trying to like catch up on my Wonho pobs and stuff. And then also I'm on a mission to completely finish this template. So for that today, I do have this broadcast card. I believe this is his offline Are You There card. For, yeah, somebody was selling it and I got it at a pretty decent price. Like Wonho stuff is weird because it's either like more expensive than every other member or less expensive than every other member. It just kind of depends on like the seller, I guess. I do want to eventually reorganize this because like this is not in order currently, but like this card is also a new addition. But for today, we're just gonna put Wonho back here, and I'm actually gonna put fillers in here while I'm thinking about it because I feel like I said last time I would do that and then I forgot. So since we're hanging out here, I will go ahead and do that. But yeah, we're on a mission. I want to complete his, like, at least his broadcast cards. Concert stuff I find to be lower priority for Wonho. And also I just got all of his FanCon merch delivered. Like I bought like pretty much everything for him for FanCon for this year, because last year I thought that it would be easy to buy it later and it was very difficult, and so I'm still missing stuff from FanCon last year that I wanted. Also he had more stuff this year, so I bought a lot of that stuff, and I was just checking my Paceable. Well, Paceable hasn't told me it's arrived yet, but I was just checking my Gmarket account this morning, and Gmarket said it was delivered. So I pretty much buy things through Gmarket and send it to my Korean address all the time, so I'm not concerned that I haven't gotten a notification from Paceable yet. Like, I'm sure I'll get one on Monday. But anyways, yeah, so eventually I would like to go through and like kind of put things in the correct order. Maybe I'll make that a goal before the next time I get like a Wonho card. So before the next time you see this section of my binder, just because, I don't know, I just feel like I really want to have this set up in the correct order. And I've been collecting Wonho since he debuted in Monstex. So a lot of like the older concert cards and like fan meeting cards and things I did buy just because I wasn't really collecting a lot at the time, like thoroughly, and so it was just easy to keep up with Wonho every era, and I was like, I'm just gonna make it a goal to try to find his cards every era before the next comeback. So that's like why when he left I like bought some stuff, but I had a lot of his older stuff, you know, but there is definitely a lot of older cards that I want to have for him. And then obviously like keeping up with his new stuff, which is something we'll talk about next. So let me pull out that binder. But yeah, I want a Monstex come back so bad. I don't want it quite yet. Like I want it to be in October, like maybe after camp, like maybe it'll be like the week after camp, and then they can perform their new song at camp before it gets released in Korea. Just kidding. Man, nothing better happened to camp though. Like I want to go so bad. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Wonho binder, but so this is like everything since Wonho left Monstex is like what this binder is. It's so funny how giant it is. What do I even have first in here? These are the album cards I have today. So yeah, I have some like merch stuff, but we'll do album cards first. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So Wonho hasn't done this really since Blue Letter, and I probably shouldn't say that because I'm gonna definitely jinx myself, but he had a Soundwave offline round, and finding a go for it was like not possible, and so I bought one from someone who lives in Canada a long time ago, and I recently bought the other one. So I found somebody selling the set, and they were only selling it as a set, so I'm just gonna sell off like my duplicate of this one, but I freaking love this card so much, and I'm so close to completing Blue Letter. Like I just need his Wonderwall 2 and his Soundwave Round 3 cards, and I don't know why Soundwave Round 3 like gives me so much trouble. Like I've seen Wonderwall pop up more than Soundwave Round 3, so I really want to finish Blue Letter. Like why has it taken me this long? And then we don't have anything for Obsession, so we're just gonna go back to Facade. So I bought like, is it 3 rounds? I think I got 3 rounds of Wonho Pops from Gmarket, so those are all coming soon. But so I haven't like worked, like I haven't went and bought any cards or anything, but I do have one of his version 1 photo cards. That was fine. Not those people driving by who like work for my apartment complex and seeing me film this. It's so funny. Anyways, I'm like kind of behind a bush, so maybe they didn't really see me. But anyways, this card, I believe, is this out. So we're missing quite a lot of album cards, which bothers me too. I didn't run multiple goes, and I didn't do a big go for MMT, which round 2, which was my group order this time. It's so nice to like just send things. I haven't done a lot of things where I've like needed Paceable to buy things from me. I just like order things from Gmarket because G Market I feel like is like the place to buy things, and they do have deals with a bunch of stores. Like Apple Music I know is one of them, and Soundwave is one of them, where you can get like the merch with like the POB through G Market. So I tend to do that a lot. But yeah, okay, so we don't have anything for this. We don't have anything for the jewel cases. Kinos have been done. We're gonna go back here to this like merch section. So I put this page in here because I bought, Wonho had this, for his musical Equal, there was like a bunch of merch, like just randomly. So I bought the tin case that had photocards in it. So this is what the case looks like. I was gonna do an unboxing for it, like a TikTok or something, and then this was the only thing in the package. It wasn't a very exciting package, because it only had like the photo card set in it. But yeah, this is some of the merch. I did buy some of his like VIP photo cards. There's still more I think I need, and then there's like a pamphlet and like the book that there's so much stuff. I bought the photo cards. So there's 8 cards, so I'm gonna do the 2 selfies in the middle here. I was thinking about trying to put like one of the other Equal cards on this page, but I think I'm just gonna make this the tin can page, and I'm not really sure. I guess I'll do that here. There's the 2 red cards, and then there's like, oh, maybe I'll do that then. Do like the red cards, and then like these cards. But yeah, this is what the backs of the cards look like. And then this one is like, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's a hollow card, and the back, let me just take it out. The back is like this hollow red, which is really pretty. And then that's like the front of the card. So pretty. I just like kind of hate this photo because I wish you could see his face a little better. It's like so dark. But I am happy to have that card nonetheless. Some group order manager I follow who like, I have mutuals who are friends with them. They hosted a group order for these, and I was like, absolutely bestie, like let me get in on that group order because I really want these cards. And I was wondering how to get them. When I saw that they released the merch, I was like, how do I get these cards though? Like, how do I get them? And then thankfully that friend opened a group order for them. We'll put a hollow sleeve in here. And then that's it for Wonho and Monstex today. We didn't even do any Monstex, but we did like a Wonho Monstex era photo card. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the girl groups that made comebacks recently that I collect. So yeah, let's start with IVE, shall we? Okay, so next we have IVE. I'm still missing this Liso card. I think either I got scammed or it got lost in the mail, so that's a good time. And then also, I'm still missing that Wonho, but it's coming in a package that I'm getting next week. So we're gonna start on After Like today, which I'm really excited about. So I only bought like 1 set of albums and 1 set of jewel cases, so I still have quite a bit to do. Plus I did a little bit of trading this week. So yeah, but I do still have like quite a few cards to put away today. And then I bought 2 more sets on G Market, and those are coming in my Paceable package because I wanted Starship Square POBs. So I bought enough to get the like normal photo book Starship Square POBs. And yeah, those should be coming on Tuesday, so I'll have those for next video. And then I'll have 2 more sets of photo book versions, so we'll have more cards next time. But today we have Ms. Wonyoung's red card. So she was my pull in my red album, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this photo card. Like, literally look at her. She's so cute. But yeah, I still want to buy like one more like set of, I guess, 6 albums, because I want to get like another full set of POBs, but I don't know who's doing POBs. I'm waiting for like Soundwave or Apple Music to do it so I can just buy it on Gmarket. My Korean address is already saved there. It's just so easy. Like, I already know that it's gonna show up correctly. Like, can you blame me? I love Gmarket so much. When you don't have to pay for their shipping, Gmarket is the best. And trust me, it's much cheaper to buy it and then send it to your Korean address, consolidate all of the packages. It's just so much cheaper. Yes, here we have Ray's green version 2 card. She is the member I pulled in my version 2 album. I hope I don't pull dupes for my Starship Square albums. I'll be really sad. I didn't want to buy a second set of jewel cases just because I just don't need a second set of jewel cases. Like, that's the kind of crazy stuff I'll only do for Monster X. But, yeah, so I already had a set of jewel cases, so I was like, you know what? And then I have Liz's green, or her blue version card, but the outdoor concept, and I freaking love this set. This is definitely my favorite set of the 3, so I am most excited to collect the set, though all of them are super pretty. Like, I also really like the other 2 concepts as well. And then for jewel case cards, I did end up pulling 3 of the 6 members. I've since traded for Liso and Ray. So I just need to trade for Yujin. I have an extra Kao card if somebody wants to trade Kao for Yujin. Please let me know. She's the last member I'm missing for jewel cases. And yes, I thankfully pulled 2 extra Wonyoungs, and it was very easy to trade the extra Wonyoung cards because everybody collects Wonyoung, so that was nice. But I'm thankful I pulled Wonyoung and Liz, though. They are the 2, like, some people ask me all the time, like, who's easy to collect in IVE and who's hard to collect in IVE. I definitely think that Liz and Wonyoung are the hardest members. I don't really see too much difference between the other 4. I feel like Ray is a little more expensive on, like, Makari Japan, but I don't find her difficult to trade for internationally. And then Yujin, I feel like it depends on what the card is. Like, I feel like some of her cards I found super easily for a very cheap price, and some of her cards have been really difficult to find. So yeah, so that's that. And then I'm gonna save these 2 pages for Starship Square. And then I bought more like A5 stuff from Gmarket because, like, where else do I even shop? But I do need a couple of larger pages. If I have them, do I have them? Oh, I do. Oh, they're already here. Like, look. I bought these a while ago, I guess. They must have come in my Pasteable address with, like, all the extra Monster X albums from my group order that I didn't send right away. Anyways, I need one of these. Alright, so I'm gonna put in a 4 pocket. And, well, I should have done this first. And two pockets. I think these are gonna fit. We're gonna have to see. But I haven't set up this with fillers yet just because I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to collect OT6 for this yet. And I'm still not, to be honest. So for the circle cards, I pulled 2 Kaos and I pulled a Miso. So I haven't traded these yet just because I'm waiting to see, like, what my other pulls are. But I felt like these would fit perfectly in here, and they do. They do fit really nicely in these sleeves. So we're gonna do Kao there, and then Liso is gonna go here. And I will put white paper in between these, but yeah, I don't know. I figured why not, right? And then for the postcards, I pulled Liso, Wonyoung, and Ray. So again, I'm not entirely sure if I want to collect OT6 for these, but I pulled 3 different members. So it's gonna be Yujin, Kao, Ray here. Do these fit? Oh, they like barely fit. Wonyoung. And then Liz will go here, and we'll put Liso down here. So yeah, I don't know, I kind of like these. I feel like they'll look really nice once I put white paper behind them, but it depends on what my other 6 albums pulls are. But I feel like for the larger things, if I can get like, you know, yeah. I also have the posters here. These wouldn't go in this binder anyways, but I did end up pulling 4 of the 6 posters. I think if I can find trades for the last 2 I need, which I have an extra, I think I have an extra, I think it's extra Liz maybe, and an extra Kyle. I'll have to double check. But yeah, I have 4 of the 6, so maybe next time if I'm able to find trades for those 2, we'll store the posters, but I'm not gonna worry about it today because we have a lot of Twice to put away. So let's go ahead and get into that. But yeah, I'm excited to collect a new era for IVE. But yeah, that's it for this binder today. All right, Twice. Can you believe this is all the non-Twice in this binder and the rest of this is Twice? Like, should I be concerned about that? 4 Twice today. Oh, hello. We're gonna start after Nyan, I guess. I didn't like set up for this just because we're putting away so much today. Like we're putting away like 80% of the collection today. So I was like, I'll make fillers for anything that I don't put away today. Just so it's more satisfying to see next time, because hopefully I will have finished OT9 by next time that I film one of these. But yeah, this is all the Twice we have today. We have some larger items as well, but let's focus on the 9 pockets for right now. So I think the way I wanted to do this is I wanted to do the plushie set first, because it is the superior photo card set. Like, let's just be honest. If you missed my Twice unboxing, basically I ended up with like 8 albums, or I ended up with 9 albums, but I ended up with 7 originally. These are the cards I have today. Thankfully, I was able to pull this Chaeyoung like 3 times, which made trading very easily. I also pulled this Momo a couple times. But yeah, so going in age order, we have Momo. We don't, oh, do we have Sana? We do have Sana. Don't have Jihyo, but I did find a trade for her. I also have a trade for Junghyun, and do I have a trade for that Nyan yet? So cute. I love this card with the penguin. Everyone's going crazy for like the Chaeyoung card, which like understandable, but I freaking love this Momo, or this Mina card rather. I think it's so cute. And then we have the Daehyun card where she has a piece of chocolate. She didn't get a stuffed animal, she just got chocolate. Fine. And then we have the iconic Chaeyoung card that everybody has on their high priority list. So yeah, let me fill in the white sleeves here. Like I said, I'm missing a lot for this, but hopefully I can, I mean, I pretty much found trades. I'll go ahead and throw my template up. I've pretty much found trades for this entire set. Okay. And then since I did the stuffed animal set first, I was gonna do the other set from this concept next. So I have Nyan, Junghyun, Momo, Jihyo, Sana, Mina, Daehyun, and Tui. Jihyo, Mina. I've been putting them on the wrong spot. I was just looking at this and I was like, I feel like this is wrong. It's because it is. There we go. Now it's in correct age order. Been standing Twice since debut, and I just failed the age game. All right, next I think I'm gonna do this set next, just because it's the only one that doesn't have like a partner set, so we'll do this set next. So I have this iconic Nyan card. Like, holy cow, she's so gorgeous. This Sana card, which I was so happy to get. Yeah, I didn't pull a lot from the set either, I feel like. I feel like I had a couple of duplicates. And I also feel like this is a really low priority set for a lot of people, which is kind of sad, but yeah, because I like this concept for the photo card concept. I think it's really cool, and it's really different from the other two, I feel like. So missing quite a bit on this page, but I have been able to find trades for everyone except Momo. So hopefully I can find that Momo card soon. And then these two sets, these sets confuse me because like, I feel like there's the phone set, but like not everybody has a phone, you know? And the Sana tomato card. So I have everyone except for Jungya, or everyone except for Momo, but I found a trade for Momo, so Momo will be coming. So that's this set, so freaking cute. I hope I can get that Momo card soon and we can finish this page. And then the last set is the like telephone set that like not everybody, or the telephone concept that like not everybody has telephone. I just have 3 cards for this today. For some reason, I just didn't pull a lot of this set. So I have Nayeon, Jihyo, and Chewy. So I have the oldest member, the middle child, and the youngest member. So yeah, this set is pretty sad, so hopefully some of my trades come in, or all of my trades come in before next video. Okay, that's that. Next we have, I guess I'll do the message cards next. So next we have the message cards, so, and I'll do the target cards afterwards. Junghyun, Sana, Jihyo, Mina, Dahyun, and Chewy. So I'm still waiting on 3 cards. I think that Nayeon card for this set is one of the last cards I need. So if you have that card, please. I even have Sana's target card. I will trade for that message card. Like, I don't know why that's so hard to find. That card, well, I've already shown you my template, but like the Dahyun card, the other like Dahyun card I'm missing, and that one Momo card. I don't know why that's so difficult. Okay, so there's that, and then finally we have the target set, which thankfully I was able to pull quite a bit of. Oh my gosh, did we run out of pages? Also, why did I should have put this card set up there. I don't know why I did that. I did find a trade for the last 2 Nayeon cards I wanted, by the way, so that's fun. We'll have that soon, but yeah, we'll keep these with the rest of the Formula of Love stuff. For this, I have Nayeon, I have Momo, I have Sana, Jihyo, Mina, and then Dahyun, Chaeyoung, and Chewy. So the only member I had to trade for was Junghyun, who I did find a trade for, so that's really exciting. And then, yeah, I did end up pulling 2 Sanas in one of my target cards, so I do have an extra Sana. Like I said, would trade her for one of the last album cards I'm missing, because I mean, what else am I gonna do with my extra Sana card? Like, I'll probably just either sell her or trade her off for something. So I would rather trade her off for another Twice card, even though like I know on my end that's not a fair trade. Be getting a fair trade out of it, like I don't even care. I just want to finish these cards so bad. All right, that is Twice. I mean, we still have a couple things to put away from them, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but let's flip through and look. So not gonna lie, this has been really fun. This has been really fun, and I really have enjoyed myself collecting this era. I'm trying to think if I want to use this. Okay, here's my other like thought process, is that for the bookmarks, like, or for the film strips, I pulled so many, but I didn't pull like my bias line. Like, I pulled Jiho. So do I just collect Jiho for this? Well, I'm gonna have to switch them to the other 6 pockets I have anyways. Or do I just like keep the members I pulled and then like not worry about it? I have an extra Jiho and I have an extra Chaeyoung. So like I should just collect all 9, right? Like I'm missing 2. And they don't even fit in these sleeves, so. These are my bigger 6 pockets. I cannot for the life of me remember what brand this is. These were like linked to me by a subscriber a long time ago. And I have not repurchased them since, so I don't actually know what they're called. I don't even remember where I bought them from. Oh, is this still gonna be too tall? It is, isn't it? Oh, that's so sad. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want to put them in a 3 pocket. I'm gonna think about this. We might do these next time. So I pulled a bunch of postcards. I think I pulled 6 total. And I did I pull my bias line post? No, I didn't pull Dahyun. But I don't know if I want to collect these fully. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's just put them in age order for right now. So we have Momo, and we also have Jonghyun, Momo. These are so pretty though. Like, I really like these postcards so much. And then Sana's gonna be first on this page. And then we have Jiho. We don't have Mina. We don't have Dahyun. We do have Chaeyoung and Chiri. I feel like these postcards will be fairly easy to find. So like if I wanted to collect OT9 for them, like I could. Just don't know if I want to yet. But like I'm not missing many, right? Like I'm missing 3. I'm missing Nayeon, Mina, and Dahyun. And I know I at least want to get Dahyun because she's part of my bias line. So like I should just get Nayeon and Mina as well, right? This is why I am the way I am, because that's literally how my brain works. These, which I probably won't fully collect these, but I'm just gonna store the ones that I have. And then also I'll put like fillers for them. So I'm just gonna put them in age order for the ones that I pulled. And I'm not gonna worry about completing this set just because, I don't know. I think I'd rather collect the postcards over the little Polaroid cards, even though they are cute. But so we have Momo. I have pretty good Japanese line look. Japanese line look is what I'm learning. We have Sana. We have Jiho. We have Mina. And then Chiri and Chaeyoung. So yeah, that's really everything. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I really felt like I didn't have a lot today, but it's because like I feel like a third of this video was Twice. But yeah, I'm definitely super excited about all of my collections right now. Definitely hoping to get that huge Pastebowl package in, and also my Mercari Japan package in before next video. And also I have a bunch of trades. I went to my PO box today on Saturday, which I like never do, just because I know I have a bunch of trades like in transit. So I was like, maybe there's a couple more that have come before like I filmed my video this afternoon, but that was not the case, but that's okay. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below how your collections are going, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.